But I've seen guys on TRT who are taking like 500 a week.
Yeah, but that's not TRT. That's a cycle.
They claim it's TRT. You reviewed one of them, that YouTube guy. Beast something? How to Beast?
Oh, How to Beast? He wasn't on 500. He's on like a reasonable dose. He used to be on more, but it was not 500 still.
There's a video where he was on 500.
Maybe he cycled 500 at one point, but there's no way he was ever dumb enough to say his TRT was 500 milligrams.
Go look at it.
Okay, what's the
video?
He
has a video. He's on TRT of 500 milligrams a week.
Beast 500 megs.
I'm seeing the body changes already.
Yeah.
I did not. I thought I was going to feel different first, but I'm seeing body changes at a month. Like I did a video showing my body never looked like that before.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, looking good, dude.
Thank you. I'm just shocked to see any results after a month. I thought it was going to take longer, like at this dose.
No, yeah. It's I think you just should start seeing the manifestation of improvements in all your symptoms like pretty soon here if you are dialed in on your dose, which, you know.
I put the dose higher. Maybe we should talk about that.
Sure.
I don't know. Is that relevant? I guess it is, because maybe we could ask if this higher dose could be more dangerous. So the doctor prescribed me 120, and his exact words were, we'll start at 120, and then he said to me, I have some guys who take 200 a week. We'll see how you are, but being impatient.
Keep in mind, this isn't my clinic, so it's not like I'm saying to do this, nor is my doctor saying to do this. This is in the context
This is the doctor I saw.
Yeah.
Well, I saw two doctors. I decided to follow up with one of them. I actually have two prescriptions to testosterone. One gave me a script for cypionate. Am I saying that right?
Cypionate, yeah.
Cypionate. That's better. And then the other one gave me a prescription for enanthate, and he was much more knowledgeable, so I went with him. Anyway, so he got me on 120 milligrams a week to start. But again, because I'm impatient, I was like, let's just double it. So I've been taking 240.
Yeah. So yeah, that might, yeah, obviously there are risks to that. And like the amount you're introducing to your system at once, like it's like everyone, I think most people know by now, depending on, you know, who's watching, I guess maybe if you're new to it, you might not know, but more is not always better, especially when it comes to symptom relief.
But that's still low. 240 is still low.
No, it's not at all, dude.
It's not?
240 is like borderline cycle territory. Like your total T is going to be like, I don't know, it could be like 2,000 plus.
But I've seen guys on TRT who are taking like 500 a week.
Yeah, but that's not TRT. That's a cycle.
They claim it's TRT.
You
reviewed one of them, that YouTube guy. Beast something? How to Beast?
Oh, How to Beast? He wasn't on 500. He's on like a reasonable dose. He used to be on more, but it was not 500 still.
There's a video where he was on 500.
Maybe he cycled 500 at one point, but there's no way he was ever dumb enough to say his TRT was 500 milligrams.
Go look at it.
Okay, what's the
video?
He
has a video. He's on TRT of 500 milligrams a week.
Beast 500 megs. 3 months on TRT, 6 months on TRT. He has a lot of videos, dude, so it's hard to...
Like, I'll know. Let me see the thumbnail.
I promise you, dude, I would have made a video on it.
Crazy. I wouldn't say this if I didn't see it. There's a scene with him in his car talking.
Oh, that's the one I did, dude. Yeah, I think you're talking about the one where he is... let's see...
Some of y'all are watching this right now thinking, David, you super physiological, you're lying to us. You're not doing TRT. You're blasting.
Yeah, this one.
A cycle, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that total is high, dude. Almost 1,500.
1,500, not 500. And this is nanograms per deciliter.
No. He was taking 500
So
a week.
everyone, this is your SHBG, and what it does is it...
SHBG going up?
Where's the part where he says the dose?
Fuck. And
Maybe
so
go into his
everyone
actual
check
video that you're
like,
reacting to.
Right. The Beast.
Do you remember which one that was?
Well, yeah, it's got to be this one.
Okay.
It's a 1,450.
I think it'll be near the front, right?
Some of y'all are watching this right now thinking, David, you super physiological.
Where he says the dose.
You're lying to us. You're not doing TRT.
Well, he's about to say what he's using, I imagine, to get this.
I need to explain this. I did not change my dose, but my total testosterone increased. How did that happen? Well, I have a hypothesis. So as y'all know, my dosage has been 175 milligrams per week, and I inject every other day, 0.25 cc's into my belly fat. That's called a subcutaneous injection using a small little insulin needle. I'm not sure if you guys...
175 a week.
Where did I hear 500? I thought you said 500.
Nah, dude. So anyway,
but there's a so I actually know somebody who is on 500 TRT in the States, and I asked him, why are you on such a crazy high amount? And he sent me this study. Have you seen the study? which
There's
shows
only
that
one study on graded dose response to super physiological.
probably cherry picked, but
he's like, it's safe based on this.
Not it's safe. It was a study of specifically looking at the mood enhancement effects, and the study saw the greatest alleviation of depression symptoms at a dose of 500 a week. So that's why he's taking 500 a week. So I looked at him, and very smart guy. He's in school to be a doctor. I don't want to say who he is. He has a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Wait, maybe I shouldn't say doctor. Whatever. Super smart guy.
Yeah.
Really respect his opinion. And he's taken 500 a week.
Yeah.
And he's young. And I thought that was huge.
Well, if you're doing it acutely to fix, like, for example, Leo, who's very, very risk averse.
Yeah.
He recently he's having a kid. And now that he's not trying to literally like impregnate his wife, he's in a situation where he's trying to he was trying to improve his stress resilience. So he actually took testosterone at like 300 milligrams or something, which for him is totally abnormal when he's usually like trying to keep everything as optimal as possible from like a health standpoint.
Yeah.
But like if you're trying to get acute effects in some context, whether it be performance enhancement in the gym or some
I
like
was looking for mood.
a mood effect that is. He's trying to like acutely fix something or like band-aid something. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Sure, maybe this is the dose you need. Like very, very infrequently would you have an individual whose symptom relief occurs at 500 milligrams.
Well, I thought that sounded crazy.
Well, yeah, like he might be just if he's seeing data that implies that that's going to be working for everyone, like most guys I know would be hella stressed out at 500.
Really? I'll send you the study.
Sure, yeah. But again, it's at the end of the day, everyone's dose is going to differ. For example, I feel worse on a higher dose than I do.
So yeah, I talked to him and I asked him like, do you actually feel better on 5? He said, yeah. He said that's the dose.
But he's comparing normal, natural to 500, or is he comparing TRT to that?
No, TRT. So he
What
tried
was
a
his
lower
TRT
dose.
before?
I think he started at 200.
Like that is even like borderline debatable.
I could be wrong.
Like the problem with it's not, I don't know if you call it a problem, but some of these clinics in the States are so liberal about what they prescribe. They'll be like, what, like, I guess if you're going to say like, because you could just lie and be like, I don't feel good. I want more. I don't feel good. I want fucking.
He's not a big dude though. Like this isn't a body. Like this guy, you can't even tell he lifts. So he's actually taking it for these effects that he says he wants.
Yeah, well, if that's what he needs, like, I guess you can't. It's like saying you can't. I guess you can't really hate on it, you know, if that's actually what he needs. I'm just highly doubtful.
Sorry, continue. I just don't want to. If he's watching, I'm not trying to insult your body, man. You never sent me a picture. Maybe you look fucking jacked now.
Yeah.
So last time I saw you
One thing I would say is a lot of guys who don't think their dose is good enough also are administering in a suboptimal way. For example, they'll take 200 milligrams once every 7 days or 10 days, and they'll be like, oh, it doesn't, I feel good and then I feel shitty, or this happens. Well, and it's like your levels are all over the map right now. Like you don't even, this isn't even an accurate representation of what 200 does, you know? Like, so you can't, I need way more context to gauge like the assessment of this guy and like what's going on.
Gotcha.
But in general, 500 is like way overkill for.
So I haven't been doing 240 the whole time.
No.
So I started at 100.
Yeah.
And then like I got super impatient, and then I raised it the next week to 200.
Yeah.
So I think it's just been the past 2 weeks of 240.
Yeah. So like put it this way, if you're trying to achieve like in a disproportionately quick time frame, like load your body with tests and get some like performance enhancing outcomes or whatever it is, or alleviate your symptoms faster, like maybe you might accomplish that, but then you're just making it a bit harder and longer to dial in to where you need to be.
So you think I should go lower.
Well, if you're just doing it for TRT, yeah. If you're trying to like blast, then 240 is like maybe even a bit low, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's in general, like most people are not, there are rare circumstances where some individuals have such high SHBG, or they just, you know, don't respond that well to, like, they need a higher dose just to equate to better blood serum concentrations or get symptom relief. Not that the blood serum concentrations are necessarily indicative of anything, but it's just a number. But at the end of the day, some people do need higher. Like there are individuals who literally need 200 to 250 to like get symptom relief from low T.
Influenced by my buddy taking 5. So in that context, I'm like, I'm taking way less than that.
Yeah. So if you're just basing it off an arbitrary like anecdote of like one guy, like I can tell you from the hordes of individuals who are on legitimate like normal TRT,
Yeah.
that's like the most hyper rare weird situation ever.